Hey MDPers, it's Lisa Robinson. One last message for you. I just wanted to take 1 minute and say thank you all so much for 2.5 wonderful years of supporting you and knowing you. As you know, I wasn't able to kind of say goodbye to you in the way that I would have liked. I just had my exit interview with Eugene Whitlock yesterday, who's the Associate Vice Chancellor of Human Resources at Berkeley. And I'm still processing it, but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for those of you that signed my petition to help make that possible. And I'm absolutely grateful for every single one of you that I got to know over the past 2.5 years working for the MDP. It has been a wild 2.5 years, from I started week 3 of boot camp in August of 2020 and jumped right into a pandemic year. I had no idea that we would still be, remote for the first academic year of working at MDP. And then to follow that, the move to Goldman, which required a heck of a lot of coordination and efforts and messaging on both MDP's and Goldman sides. And then, of course, George's retirement, and then the new appointment of Michelle, and new staffing and changed staffing. And boy, it's been a wild 2.5 years, hasn't it? But I will say that I have just so enjoyed working for you and supporting you and working with you. The road was not smooth, but boy, did it teach us all a lot, right? And that's something that really means more to me than a smooth journey, because I know that through trial and error and mistakes and compromise and being accountable and transparent whenever I can be, that I grow and learn, and I hope that you have as well. So as you embark on this next chapter of your lives, congrats again to the MDP 23s for your recent graduation, and best of luck to the MDP 24s as they embark on practicums. And of course, best wishes to everyone, alums, prospective students, everyone. We're a great community. We still are, even though it changes a bit and looks a little different now than maybe it did, a couple years ago. But the MDP community is full of incredible people with strong values. And I just want to encourage you to keep living this way and keep asking great questions. Don't shortchange the problem space for the solution space. Ask questions, get to know people, get to know relationships. Power is in relationships, power is in people. And if you know the way that people engage with each other and the way that they engage with systems, you can learn how best to strengthen those systems. And the only other thing I'll say is this: sometimes you get thrown into situations where you don't have maybe the leadership or the transparency or the decision making that you would have liked. And to some extent, there's nothing you can do about that. But what you can do is still have integrity and still be honest and authentic with who you are, and try to live that and try to convince people that you are who you are, and try to teach people how to lead through your actions by holding integrity, by holding space, and by holding people accountable. Remember your privilege. Remember that, some of us come from a lot more privileges than others, and they might be sitting next to us. And so do your best to remember what that is and constantly learn from it and grow. I know I'm like the most ridiculous person to say this. I am laid off, a former employee, but I can't help but think that there are many things that I wish were different about this last, year, but at least I was authentic, and at least I held as much integrity as I could, and I stumbled and I made mistakes, but that's what matters. And even if I don't have, the leadership or the decision makers in my orbit that necessarily that I would have wanted, at least I know that I did my part to try and strengthen the community and to try and do my best on the way out. So live with that, live with what you can control, have integrity and authenticity, be yourselves. But most importantly, please, please, please keep having hope. Keep believing that this world can be better, and please try to keep making it better. I will do the same from my corner of the world, and I think that together we can create and co-create and reimagine this world to be a much better place for everyone. So good luck. I know that the mountain seems really high right now, but hopefully we can all tackle it together and cross paths again. So please keep in touch, take care, and thank you so much for 2.5 wonderful years.